Crimson Tears on the PS2. No, not bloody tears. This is something significantly less awesome. But you may be saying, it was made by Capcom, so it can't be that bad, right? Well, we've covered big names on this show before, and look how that turned out. So I guess it's best to start with the story, yeah? Here's the problem. I'm not entirely sure what it is. So Amber here saved these two from an underground facility, and they have a psychic link to this girl who's helping them find some doctor? Honestly, I'm 7 hours in, and I've still yet to discover what's driving these guys. And these cutscenes are so awful, they aren't doing a good job of making me want to find out. Seriously, I dare you to watch this without busting up laughing.
I looked, but I didn't see Dr. Kosugi anywhere.
I'm sure he's alive. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Well, the story may have been crap, but at least the gameplay got it right. Which, now that I think about it, is pretty much on par with Capcom's track record, isn't it? You've got 3 different characters, each with their own defining weapons and HP growth rates you have to be aware of. Am I the only one who finds it ironic they gave the largest health bar to the long-range specialist? Regardless, one of the biggest draws of Crimson Tears is the combo growth system, which, I hate to admit, is the highlight of the game. This is really clever, starting you off with the easy combos and gradually working you into the more complicated ones. If there was a fighting game that did this, I'd be on it day 1, simply because it would give less devoted players like myself a chance to learn the characters from the ground up. The catch here is that while you can upgrade your moveset, you really don't have to, as none of the new moves you learn have special properties that help you in different situations or work well against certain enemies. In fact, you could probably get through the entire game just by pressing either square or X. Circle if you're playing as Tokyo. There's also supposed to be a random generator mechanic for the dungeons, but you could have fooled me because no matter how many times I go into these maps, they always seem to look the same. That wouldn't be so big a deal if I was actually given more reason to be there, but I'm not. You have to understand, I'm dealing with a game that has an overworld 3 screens wide, 6 if you count your base. And out of the 10 people who live in this place, only 1 gave me a side quest near the beginning. And guess where it sent me? To a dungeon I had already cleared. This is no bueno. What's also no bueno is that your characters can overheat. Yeah, these guys are androids, by the way, meaning they can only take so much stress before their systems start to fail, and using your super moves speeds up this process. Now let me put something into perspective. The thing about RTGs is that I'm dealing with games almost nobody has heard of. If I can't find the soundtrack on YouTube, I just kinda have to wing it and attempt to record the music myself. Do you have any idea how hard it is to do that when your characters are slowly dying? You can't make it 2 floors without having to use some coolant to turn down the heat. And while you can buy more in the shop, this stuff is rare as a drop. And if you run out without a returner to get you back to town, you're screwed. Luckily, if one character bites the dust, you can send one of the other 2 to go rescue them. But considering that your unused characters level up at a slower pace than your main one, you may just be falling out of the frying pan and into the fire. Don't misunderstand. The gameplay works exactly as advertised. Crimson Tears has a very good engine, but there's no reason to go through the game attached to it other than the sake of going through it. And the combat, while functional, is just not strong enough to justify that. It's not that this is a bad game, it's just average. It's one of those titles you'd pick up from Blockbuster and breeze through in a weekend because there was literally nothing else coming out that month. But that could still work out for you. I mean, what else came out around the time this game was released? Oh. Well, sucks to be you.